Hello and welcome to this watch along for the group stage of the Europa League and Conference League. The draw will probably start in around 15 minutes or something. Gonna share this thing for you guys to see this. So, this is the teams from each nations. So we have Lazio and Roma from Italy. United and Arsenal from England. We have Red Star Belgrade and Partizan from Serbia. Of course, from Ukraine, we have Dnipro 01 or Dynamo Kiev. And then we have Feyenoord and PSV from Netherlands. We have Rennes and Monaco from France. Real Sociedad and Real Betis. Um, um, and Betis from Spain. So, yeah, we have Malmo, who is in the Europa League. Yeah, we have Midtjylland, Bodo Glimt, Union Berlin and Freiburg, Fenerbahce and Trabzonspor, um, AEK and Omonia. So the teams who is in the UECL for this is Partizan, Dnipro, Djurgården, Basel, and Zurich. No, Basel, Austria Wien, Nice, Malta, and Salzburg. So this is the pots. In pot 1 we have Roma, United, Arsenal, Lazio, Braga, Red Star, Belgrade, Dynamo Kiev, and Olympiacos. Pot 2 we have Feyenoord, Rennes, PSV, Monaco, Real Sociedad, Karabakh, Malmo, Ludogorets. We have on pot 3 Sheriff Tiraspol, Real Betis, Midtjylland, Bodo Glimt, Ferencváros, Union Berlin, Freiburg, and Fenerbahce. In pot 4 we have Nantes, Hoiko, Sturm Graz, AEK, Omonia, Zurich, Saint-Gilloise, and Trabzonspor. So the final is in Budapest in Hungary. So it's going to be interesting to see which group can happen for this. Of course, good teams in this tournament also. United, Arsenal. I think the favorite has to be Roma, Man United, and Arsenal. But we never know. The teams who drop down from Champions League will also be in the Europa League. So that will be tougher for these teams in the Europa League. So the draw is starting in about 15 minutes. They're showing how the draw works. We all know that. It's going to be interesting to see what draw that happens in this UEL. So this is gonna be an interesting season for the UEL, where a lot of teams can go down from the Champions League and make it harder for this team. Roma, United, Arsenal, Lazio, Braga, Red Star, and yeah, they show that pot one is gonna be drawn. So yeah, so the first team drawn out of this is so the first team who is drawn out of this draw is Arsenal. So Arsenal, they have of course Xhaka, they have Saka and Gabriel. So Arsenal in Group A. Dynamo Kiev in Group B. So Dynamo Kiev in Group B. So it's interesting to see what groups can happen. Roma in Group C. Roma in Group C. So we saw in the Champions League draw yesterday that they were really good groups, and the same is going to be with Europa League. Right? Europa League is criminally underrated. United in Group United goes into Group E. Group E. Group E, Man United goes in there. So the next team drawn out is Braga from Portugal. So they go into Group D. It's going to be interesting what Braga could do this Europa League season. It's going to be very fun to watch. They're good at home, very good at home, strong at home team. So the next team drawn out of the ball thing, Lazio. So Lazio, they goes into Group F. Lazio goes into Group F. Next team drawn is Olympiacos. Olympiacos, who will go into Group G. No, Olympiacos is the first team in Group G. And the next team is Crvena Zvezda. So Red Star Belgrade. I think they could be a dark horse in this tournament. And Group H, they go into Group H, Crvena Zvezda. So the pot one is done. So now we're gonna start with pot two, Feyenoord, Rennes, PSV, Monaco, Real Sociedad, Karabakh, Malmo, and Ludogorets is in pot two. So it's gonna be interesting to see, of course, what Malmo can get, because Sweden, of course, that Sweden could get more teams in Europe in the future. So Sweden has to do better. In PSV Eindhoven, PSV Eindhoven from Netherlands. It's interesting what they can do. Obviously, Gakpo, Xavi Simmons, Sangare, Arsenal versus PSV. Oof! Arsenal, PSV in the same group. That's a really good one. So the next team drawn out is Stade Rennes from France. That's interesting. So Rennes is gonna be in the same group as Dynamo Kiev. And fun fact, they were in the same UEL group in 1718, I believe. So it's kind of a rematch from that time. So the next team drawn is Ludogorets 1945 from Bulgaria. And they're going to be in Group C with AS Roma. Interesting match. I think Mourinho is very happy with that. So the next team drawn is Malmö FF from Sweden. They will go into Braga's group, so Group D. Very good. That I would say Malmö definitely have a chance to go through that. To go through Braga. So Braga, Malmö in the same group. So the next team is gonna be drawn, and it's Real Sociedad, who just lost Isak to Newcastle. So they're gonna be in Man United's group. So we are in Group E. Group E with Real Sociedad and Man United. That's gonna be interesting. So David Silva and Oyarzabal versus the likes of Ronaldo and our player. So the next team is Feyenoord. Hello, Elias. How are you? So the next team is Feyenoord, who will go into Group F with Lazio. So we have good matchup so far. Good matchup so far. Lazio Feyenoord, that could be a 50-50 fight, to be honest. The next team drawn is Karabakh FK from Azerbaijan, who, I don't know, I think there's the first appearance in the Europa League. So, yeah, I'm really good. Enjoying this draw, to be honest, and it's going to be fun to see what teams can play each other. So the next team drawn is AS Monaco. So AS Monaco, who is going to play. So Karabakh Olympiacos is in the same group. So it's Red Star Monaco away in Serbia. That's going to be interesting fight to see. So far we have Arsenal PSV, we have the likes of United Sociedad. I'm gonna go through the groups after this draw is done. So pot 3, Sheriff, Betis, Midtjylland, Bodo Glimt, Ferencváros, Union Berlin, Freiburg, and Fenerbahce. So that's the pot 3 we're gonna start with. Come on, give Bodo a kind draw. So the next team drawn is, the first draw, Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt. Bodo versus Arsenal and PSV in the same group. Very good one. I would say Bodo have a chance. It was a very good group for Bodo. Come on, Bodo. So, very, very good. Very good for Bodo. Fenerbahce, Dynamo Kiev, and Stade Rennes. That's good. That's a very interesting group. I think it's one of the best group, I think. So, Real Betis is the next team who is drawn out. And they are gonna be in Group C with Ludogorets from Bulgaria and AS Roma, Jose Mourinho. Group C is that one. So the next team drawn is Sheriff Tiraspol. So the sensation from the UCL, who has lost like 11 players, and they are in the same group as Man United and Sociedad. So that's not looking good for them, to be honest. So United, Real Sociedad, and Sheriff Tiraspol. The next team drawn is Midtjylland. So Midtjylland is the team to be drawn in. Of course, they have Sisto, they have Evander, who is on his way to Rangers. Lazio, Feyenoord, and Midtjylland in Group F. That's a good group for Midtjylland, I think. So the next team to be drawn is Union Berlin from Germany, the first German team. Braga, Malmo, and Union Berlin. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a very good one. And the next team we have Freiburg. So back-to-back German teams. So Freiburg goes into Group G with Olympiacos and Karabakh. It's gonna be interesting to see what Freiburg can do in this tournament. So the next team is Ferencváros from Hungary. So Ferencváros in Group H with Cervena Zvezda and AS Monaco. That's a good one. That's an interesting one. So far been a good draw. So now we're gonna move into the pot 4, which for example has we're gonna move into pot 4 soon, who has Hoiko Helsinki from Finland, and pot 4 Nantes, Hoiko, Stormgrass, AEK, Omonia, Zurich, Saint-Gilloise, and Trabzonspor. So it's going to be interesting to see what Michael's team are in a group. Hoiko, it's going to be interesting. Obviously, I have Matt. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Hi.
So obviously now it's pot 4, which Hoiko is in. So the first team from pot 4 is Zurich from Switzerland, and they go into group 1, with Arsenal, PSV, and Bodo Glimt.
Ooh, that's a rough one.
We're gonna talk about these groups after the draw. And
Okay.
next team drawn is AEK Larnaca FC from Cyprus. So they're going to a group with Dynamo Kiev, Stade and Fenerbahce. That's an interesting group. I think most of these groups is going to be 50-50.
Yeah,
So
both of us. Yes, V is going to be a good game.
So the next team who's going to be drawn is in the Roma group. So it's Omonia, a team from Cyprus again. Wow. No, they are in group E, with Man United, Real Sociedad, and Sheriff. United, Real Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonia. So the next team drawn is... I hope it's Hoiko. I want, to be honest, Hoiko Helsinki. They are drawn, and they go into Roma, Ludogorets, and Real Betis. That's a good group. That's a good group for Hoiko.
It is.
Roma, Ludogorets, Real Betis, and Hoiko. I would give them a slightly chance to get the Conference League first spot. I think they will
Yeah,
be
it all
Conference.
depends on how if betters show up.
The next team is Union Saint-Gilloise from Belgium, the team who got knocked out by Rangers. And they're going to Braga, Malmo, Union Berlin, and Saint-Gilloise. I give Malmo. I think they're gonna win that group. I think Malmo's gonna win that group, if I'm being honest. And I hope they do because of the Swedish coefficient or something.
Fair enough.
I, oh, the next team is Stonegrass from Austria. They will play in the group with Lazio, Feyenoord, and Midtjylland. In my opinion, that's a 50-50 between Midtjylland and Stonegrass for the third place. Obviously, we're gonna do the Conference League later. Ooh, Trabzonspor. Trabzonspor from Turkey, who is gonna be with a group with Zervena Zvezda, Red Star, um, Monaco, and Ferencváros. That's a really good group, if I'm being honest. Group H. The next team is an FC Nantes from France. So they're going to be in the Group G with Olympiacos, Karabakh, Freiburg, and Nantes. So, yes, we're gonna go through the groups and give our thoughts. Um, so, the groups are done, and we have very, very good groups. Being honest. So, we're gonna look at them when they have updated them on the Wikipedia page. Um, so, next draw we have is the Conference League later, which of course my team did not make it, but it's very hard to turn a 3-0 deficit around. Um, but obviously, it's going to be interesting to see what those teams could do, like Bodo Glimt, Ferencváros, Hojko could do in this group stage. At least we have Michael will see Jose Mourinho at least. So
Oh, yeah, that's going to be great. What's your favorite Champions League group?
I don't know, to be honest. Probably the Barca one or the PSG one. I don't know.
That's a good one. I think Man City's group second place is going to be very unpredictable because especially Sevilla and Dortmund are not at their best.
So that's it for the Europa League draw. We have the big one later. That's gonna be a good draw, to be honest. We have a lot of big teams. Um, so
I reckon Porto could finish anywhere between first to third in their Champions League group. I think it's such an up and down group.
yeah,
But I think they can finish first simply because of Leverkusen's defense and Simeone's tactics. I'm gonna head off. So any last words for me or any last points?
yeah, and who do you think will be the surprise of this Europa League?
If I say Bodo, would that count as a surprise? Or do we
Yeah.
already know what?
I would take it, to be honest. Um,
For now, I'll say Bodo, but I might need
so,
to
what do
refresh
you,
myself in the other teams.
so, Matt, what do you think of the, obviously, Arsenal and United's group?
Arsenal have got a group that they probably should advance in, but PSV and Bodo can get results out of them, especially PSV, who could even beat them.
And United's group?
And then Man United, I don't know who they've got.
Real Sociedad. They also have I know they have Real Sociedad and one other team. Real Sociedad.
I think they'll finish above Real Sociedad.
So, let me check. So, this is Man United's group.
Okay.
Wait. I know they have Sociedad. They have. Oh crap! I know they have Real Sociedad. So.
And what part were Real Sociedad?
2.
Okay, so I reckon they'll probably top the group, unless there's a very good pot 3 opponent. But I said they'll top the group, and I reckon Arsenal probably top the group, but I think PSV have a good chance too.
Yeah.
All right, Sebastian. I'll see you. See you next time I'm on a stream.
Yeah. Well, they got a good draw, to be honest. Ferencváros got Red Star, Monaco, and Trabzonspor. So this is the UEL groups. So the UEL group stage this season. Will be interesting to see who will go through. So this is the groups. Group A, we have Arsenal, PSV, Bodo Glimt, and Zurich. Group B, we have Dynamo Kiev, Rennes, Fenerbahce, and AEK Larnaca from Cyprus. We have Group C, Roma, Ludogorets, Betis, and Hoiko. Group D, Braga, Malmo, Union Berlin, Union Saint-Gilloise. Group E, we have Man United, Real Sociedad, Sheriff, and Omonia. Group F, we have Lazio, Feyenoord, Midtjylland, and Sturm Graz. Group G, we have Olympiacos, Karabakh, Freiburg, and Nantes. And of course, the last group we have Red Star, Monaco, Ferencváros, and Trabzonspor. So that's the UEL draw. We are waiting for the Conference League draw. So So that's the Europa League draw. We're just waiting for the Conference League draw to happen, and then we're gonna end the stream after that. So gonna take a break. Um, gonna take a break um, for a while to eat lunch. So I will see you guys later then when the draw thing starts in the conference league. So I guess in like soon in a couple months. Uh, I guess I will see you guys soon for the conference league one. I will get lunch, eat, and then yeah, be on the roll later. Hello FP7 Games. Hello. I will go for lunch, then I will see you guys later when I finish the lunch basically. And I guess the draw will start um, in like 45 minutes or so. But I will be back soon. Don't worry. So see you soon, I guess. Yeah. So, hello guys, and welcome back to the live stream, live watch along for the Europa League playoff who finished, by the way. We also have the Conference League coming up, and of course, my team, Oiko, is not in it. I'm fuming. So, I'm gonna take you guys through of course, the pots and the debutants of of the European competitions. So, so um, we're gonna look at the teams, the debutants, of course, of this conference league. The the first um, team from Kosovo to ever make it to the European competition is Balkani. Then we have Yugoslav, the first time ever they make their debut. Garbage team, I don't like them. I hope they finish bottom. Um, and of course, that this is the only time they will make the group stage. So who knows? They might wanna take advantage of it. Dnipro from obviously this is not this kind of the same team as we had a few years ago with Dnipropetrovsk, but this team took over from that team. So basically, so the next team is Pinik, the second Armenian club to ever qualify for the European stages. Alashkert made it last year. So Arfes from Latvia, Silkeborg from Denmark, Slovakia who beat AIK. They were much better that time. Um, their league is like 10 places overall. So Vaduz, Football Club Vaduz. Gotta give them a lot of credit where it eroded to. Vaduz, look out for them. And we have Salgiris, Vilnius. So, Balkany, Vaduz, and Salgiris are the first teams from Kosovo, Liechtenstein, and Lithuania, respectively, to play in a UEFA competition group stage. So, this is the pot. I'm gonna begin with pot 4. We have Dnipro, Lech Poznan, Slovakia, Silkeborg, Yugoslav, Pinik, Arfes, and Balkany. So the pot 3 is Nice, Anderlecht, Žalgiris, Australian Hearts, Shamrock Rovers, and Sivasspor and Vaduz. So pot 2, Cluj, Molde, FCSB, Fiorentina, Köln, Hapoel Beersheva, Apollon Limassol, and Slovan Bratislava. Pot 1 were Villarreal, Basel, Slavia Prague, AZ, Ghent, Istanbul Başakşehir, Partizan, and Hammers West Ham. So the draw is probably gonna kick on in like 25 minutes or so. Um, well, so I'm gonna read some comments. Aris Thessaloniki, the best team in Balkans. Ooh, that's interesting. They have the same color as my team here in Sweden, so yeah. Hello, by the way. 3 times in European group stage, reached 32 Europa League, 16 of UEFA Cup, won 2 times. Atletico, won Benfica, nil Man City, 2-1 won Köln, 0-0 Roma, 2-1 versus Maccabi Tel Aviv, and 1-0 versus Real. Well, it's interesting because I feel like the Greek teams could be back in a few years for a long time. We've seen Obviously, it's gonna be a very, very good. I think one of the teams is gonna do a Dnipro, I believe. Um, I will be back though in a couple of minutes. Theo Sorry guys, I was just getting my lunch. So this draw is gonna start in 20 minutes or so. So I guess I'm gonna wait for that one. Um, so we have in 20 minutes or so the draw. Who knows? I might be joined by someone. You so this draw is gonna be interesting. I'm looking forward to this draw. Obviously, if my team AIK was in it, I would be more hyped about this. But you might never know. We might get into the Champions League next season. So, in my opinion, my group of death is um, so I'm gonna say my group of death, of course, or the group who I would think. So, basically, my group of death is West Ham, Fiorentina, Nice, and Uefa. I think that's my group of death. Or I would honestly put Dnipro or someone, or Slovakia, because they're a good team. So my group of death is V. Oh, West Ham. I mean, West Ham, Fiorentina, Nice, and Slovakia. To be honest, um, the group I think would be the most interesting one would be Basel, Köln, Salgeris, and Djurgården. This is what group I think Vados will get. What teams? I think Vados will get Partizan, Apollon Limassol, and Balkani. That's what I think Vados will get. Obviously, Djurgården, of course, the rival to my team. I want them to get Nice, Fiorentina, West Ham. I want them gone. Yeah. So, so for West Ham, obviously I kind of support Basel a little bit because my friend is supporting the plus football. Basel, maybe Köln, Nice, and Djurgården would be a funny group. Uh, then obviously the group I think would be the hardest to get is like if someone gets West Ham, Fiorentina, and Nice, I think that's over for the pot 4 team. So it's gonna be interesting. So um, we have obviously we have one Spanish team, one Swiss team, two Turkish teams, two Belgian teams. Yeah, and then we have some nations who have only one team, like Sweden, Scotland, Liechtenstein, and of course we have Ireland, who has only one team. And we have some debutants, to be honest, in this tournament, or some debutants in the competitions we have. For example, Pinik, Arfas, and Balkani, and Vados, of course, and Salgris is the debuts that we know. So, Balkani, Djurgården, Dnipro, Pinik, Pinik, Arfas, Silkeborg, Slovakia, Vados, and Salgiris is gonna make their debut. So in the chat, yeah, I said it's a Liechtenstein team. I said one Liechtenstein team. So Vados. Let me know what's the group of death and the group that would be most competitive. So the most competitive I could see is Basel, Köln, Nice, and Djurgården, for example. Obviously, we have Slovakia who beat my team, sadly, but we move until the next year, I guess. Champions League, maybe. So, so it's gonna be very, very interesting. So, I think for each pot, I think the strongest team in pot one, I think the strongest team is West Ham. Um, then in pot two, I think the strongest team is Fiorentina. Then pot three, I think Nice is strongest, and pot four. Honestly, I would say the strongest team in pot four right now is Djurgården, but I think overall it's either Lech Poznan, Slovačko, or Dnipro. So obviously, the teams who finish third in the Europa League goes down to this competition. Yeah, I think Basel, Apollon Limassol, Sagres, and Sevastopol. Yeah, that's a good group to be honest. Basel, Apollon Limassol, and Sevastopol. So, and Sagres, yeah. Let me know also which team Djurgården will get, because that will be interesting. If they get the likes of Nice, Fiorentina, and Villarreal, they're screwed. Will be interesting to see what team could win this competition this year. Obviously, the Europa League group stage third will make it to the next round of the Conference League. So I think the favorites for this Conference League right now is West Ham and Villarreal. But of course, we could have the likes of Arsenal, maybe Man United going to Conference League. That would be hilarious. Ooh, oof. To be honest, if that happens, that could happen. They beat Malmo, of course. They're a very good team. Yeah, I'm doing good. So AD could not do this because obviously it's too early for him, and then I did it. And Man United is great, but I don't know about this team sometimes. They could be bad, they could be good. We never know. Yeah, West Ham is really good. Arsenal, they're also good. I could see three teams. I could see only English team winning the Conference League and Europa League. Maybe Roman. No, Premier League is so dominant in this world, so it's gonna be interesting though who will win this. In my opinion, I think West Ham is gonna win this Conference League. I think they will go all out on this competition, to be honest. Of course, yeah, Rome. Yeah, Rome or Lazio could win it. Yeah, maybe it's tough to predict who will win the competitions. We obviously have some good teams in that West, from Bratislava, Vaduz. Interesting to see what group they will have. Slovačko, the Czech Republican team will beat AK, of course. It's bloody painful. And obviously, I could have had my team AK to be in this, but instead we bottled it, like we did not play good. So basically, we have the draw is coming soon, very soon. So yeah, the groups have already been placed here on the Wikipedia page. So Yeah, so the team who finished second in this goes into a knockout round playoff. Um, so the second team of these groups will play the third of the Europa League. I'm from Sweden, by the way. I'm from Sweden. Sweden. Ooh, that's interesting. Let me know who you support, LAFC or LA Galaxy, because that's interesting. Most of people support the LA Galaxy, but some do LAFC. Who knows? Yeah, Apoel Beersheva and Shamrock Rovers. I could see them being surprises, to be honest. Um, Shamrock Rovers to beat the Ferencváros, of course. That was a very good game from them. Yeah. Oh, LA Galaxy. That's LA Galaxy also have Chicharito. They had Zlatan in the some seasons ago. That was very good to see when he smashed LA Galaxy, or when he smashed LAFC. Sorry, that was mental. Um, so, so my three favorite for this um, tournament is Villarreal and West Ham, and then I'm going for like a surprise team. I'm going for FC Barcelona. I think they could do much better than um, last season. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Um, yeah, we have a lot of teams. We have Malmö FF. We have IFK Göteborg. We have AIK, Djurgården, Hammarby. The three Stockholm teams, and of course, yeah, they are exceptional to be honest. It's hard to beat them. So the only team who is gonna be in this conference league for the playoffs. Well, so the only Swedish team. Well, that's true. That's true. Who knows? They might get into the conference league. I hope so. We all hope Man United in the conference league. But will it happen? Let's see. So, this is absolute. Uh, yes, I'm from Sweden, but I'm also half Chilean. So half Swede, half Chilean. But I see myself more as Swede. Yes, 100%. Yes, I would agree with that. To be honest, this team is pissing me off. Why are they doing this good and we are doing this bad? Like I I know this current season they've been excellent this couple of months. I gotta give credit to them where it's due. They have good players. Okay, the fan base is a bit toxic, and they haven't lost St. Kalmar in May. They only lost 3 games this season. Ah, this is not good. They lost versus us in the game here in April. That's very good. And then they play us in October. This game. Uh, I know obviously they have some Allsvenskan games coming up and this kind of stuff. And obviously they went out in semi in the cup this season, this year basically. They are playing. So the cup is starting soon, 1st of September. So the way here for Djurgården is they beat Rijeka, they beat Sepsi, they beat Apoel. What more can they do? Win the whole thing? I don't know. Maybe they can. What, how can this team do this well, but we AIK can't? Um, this is yeah. They're a great team. Yeah, they are from Sweden. They are our rivals. I support AIK, and so this club here is the rival of Djurgården. So this is the team I support, AIK. So we're the rival. They are doing so great. It bloody hurts. Yeah, she looks great. Yeah, Santiago. I never been there to be honest. I wanna be there. Hmm. And they are in the second division right now, so I don't think they will go to the Allsvenskan this season. But maybe next season. Who knows? Or yeah. So the draw is about to start soon. I can't show the draw, so because of copyright, I don't want this stream to get gone. So it's AD channel. I want the best for him. So I'm not gonna show it. I'm gonna tell you guys the team who gets drawn. So it will start with pot 1, then pot 2, then 3, then 4. And then after it I will give you guys the what I think. Yeah, unfortunately it's a copyright issue. Try UEFA.com. Try the UEFA page. Yeah, over there. So the draw is gonna start soon, I guess. And of course, the mighty Europa League. So last season's Conference League, we had the likes of Bodo Glimt winning 6-1 against Roma. That was very interesting. Could we have a 6-1 this season from one of the teams? That's interesting if it could happen again. That would be hilarious. They showed the highlight from the first. Obviously, Roma won the first edition of Conference League. So the final of this year's Conference League is in Prague. It's in Prague, in Czech Republic. So Slavia Prague's home stadium is actually going to be the final. So who knows? They might want to get there to the final. So let's see what happens in this draw. I guess they're gonna show they're showing the last season's final, who was in Tirana, Albania. So that's interesting. So obviously Roma won that with Jose Mourinho. Um, who knows? Can he win the Europa League? So Roma was the first ever Conference League, Europa Conference League winner. Oof, it's a good one. So this season, so last season it was the first team from Armenia. Last season debutants we had new teams like Alashkert, Lincoln Red Imps, and obviously we had very good talents in this Europa League or Conference League. I mean, sorry, in the in last Conference League, and obviously current some weird things happened last Conference League where Spurs went out in the group stage and now are in the Champions League. That's absolute mental. So hello, Grand Crown. Hello to you. Hello to you. And smash a like and subscribe also. Check out my channel also. So this draw is gonna be very interesting to see what will happen. Obviously we have the likes of Villarreal, West Ham. So we know what it means for this team to make European competitions. It's huge for the country, the coefficients for so the nations could get more teams, especially for Sweden, because we need more teams in qualifying and to have Malmö, Djurgården win the Conference League and Europa League. That would be huge because we want more Swedish teams in this competition. So obviously my team could have been it, but just showing the highlights from the last season's final of the Conference League when Roma beat Feyenoord. Could we have the same final if Roma goes down to the Conference League from Europa League? So this draw is going to be very interesting to watch because we had the likes of Villarreal, Nice, Basel, yeah, and hello. So let me know in the uh, chat, live chat, who you guys have to win this tournament. I have Villarreal to win this because I feel like Unai Emery, but it could change if some big teams go down from the Europa League. So the final is in Prague, in Czech Republic. So it's gonna win. Yeah, possibly. Let me know who will win the Conference League. Obviously Europa League. You also can tell me, and obviously Champions League if you guys want to. We have the ambassador is the former goalkeeper for Fenerbahce, Volkan Demirel, who I think was in goal in 2017, I think, when they lost the playoff versus North Macedonian team, Vardar. So, if I'm not mistaken. So, Volkan Demirel, all the Turkish fans and Fenerbahce fans will get hyped about this one. So, yeah, they were nice draws, to be honest, especially the UEL one. I think that was very interesting because we never know what could happen. Yeah, Volkan Demirel, the former Fenerbahce goalkeeper, he played 523 games. Oof. Could we see a Turkish team win the Conference League? That would be interesting. So, yeah. So that's, could Turkish football be back? Because could the Turkish fans step up this season in the competitions? So, ooh, they are showing there on the screen on the draw Volkan Demirel's best save and something. and that penalty save, I think, was from the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken. So they are talking to Vulcan Demirel. So I guess after the talk, we're gonna start the draw in a few minutes. Oh yeah, he played versus Ronaldo. That's interesting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was good in this, of his age. He's like, ooh, that, yeah, but I feel like Man United gonna win that now because Isak went to Newcastle and Russell said, obviously they have good players in David Silva, Yarzabal, and those guys, but it's gonna be a good game. So I guess the Conference League draw is gonna start soon. Um, and tonight actually we're gonna have um, the reactions to these draws. Me and AD, of course. It's gonna be later this day. So Villarreal, West Ham. Ooh, I have either Villarreal, West Ham, or Boston. So that's it. So it's in Hungary, Puskás Arena. So the Champions League one is in Istanbul. The Europa League one is in Hungary, and the Conference League one is in Czech Republic. So that's the three venues for the finals. So who is this Liverpool legend? Vladimir Smitser, a Liverpool legend, fantasy Liverpool legend there, Conference League final ambassador. So I hope this doesn't mean Conference League for Liverpool in a few years. Let's hope not. Um, so guys, let me know the group you want to see in this Conference League. Obviously, I want to see Villarreal, or I want to see West Ham, Fiorentina, Nice, Djurgården. Obviously, I want to see Basel versus Djurgården. That would be interesting. Obviously, showing his highlights, showing the 2005 legendary moment of the Champions League final. That's interesting. So, it's gonna be very, very interesting to see this draw today. Of course, we had the earlier draw. We very, very good. So let me know the two teams. So it's in Praha, in Czech Republic. So so it's in Czech Republic on Slavia Praha Stadium actually. So let's hope they make it there. So the draw is gonna let me know the two teams you guys think will be in the Conference League final this year or this season. Obviously the final is next year. So the draw is gonna begin in a few minutes. I hope so. And it's gonna be very, very fun to see who will get who. Well, they have a good team. They have a good team. They have a good team. So they're showing all the pots. So we all know how it works. Two teams from the same association won't play versus each other and obviously stuff. So we're gonna have it soon. The draw starts. I hope so. Just waiting for the draw to start. I hope they start this soon. I don't know. They're taking a long time to start it. I'm gonna say the final will be West Ham versus FC Barcelona. It's a long shot to say Basel, but I think this team is good, really. So I guess the draw is gonna start soon. So they're gonna draw the pot one. For this conference league draw. So the first team who's gonna be drawn is Istanbul Başakşehir, and look, Volkan Demirel is very happy. I think that's one of his former teams, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Yeah, that's a decent team, I guess. There's some decent players. He has some struggle with opening the ball pit or something. West Ham United in Group B. So West Ham United in Group B. So we are looking to get in Group B. We are looking to get in um, Nice, Gordon, and one more really good team. So the next team, Villarreal, their first ever. Um, so Villarreal is in Group C. Group C for Villarreal. Ooh, the next one is AZ Alkmaar from Netherlands. But the next team is Ghent from Belgium. Ghent from Belgium. Who is going into the group F. So Ghent in group F. Partizan. Group D for Partizan Belgrade. So the next team is Slavia Prague, the team who has the final in their hands, the stadium.